the winner could be a men's mamma and Dore from Bepecuno. Kutomene Fanamilo. Your opinion Celestine Yawa could be a Katrina, could be a Funya, say, California, or Ben, could be a Kutomene Fanami. Mayor, Pinion Celeste, Mayor Miasron, what your chief could be see like when I cut the femmes, Kutomene Fanami. Mayor would not to Jib, or to Jita with Jim, Mayor Kinkin has a bunch of Barasubara, when I'm your Bokatire, Kutomene Fanalo, your Bokata face of Sofa, whom I will be Bokafata job, Kutomene Fanami. Mayor Bokor. Huno a honu le vapor la gotimem me naha me yo boko huno honu le gbe abega togbe amaze kutobe na fana mi gugugu me yo togbe na ni tretu le jita togbe Abraham jevenu le chama togbe fia to Simon kavi abenya na si agotime ahana mi lo kutobe na fana mi me yo Daniel Evie pa mare la agbaro le Nigeria da kekeke kutobe na fana mi lo ya me yo amanga koku anatovi ankaima kutomene fana me yo happy baji kutomene fana mi gbogbo mi na gbogbo ni fana mlo o me yo trevi view me yo brahini view geje vi kubia view gbe view po iji me bachunya no ngwa teshi view kutomene fana mi gbogbo re la me simple agbedidi me bia na me se amelo ngogbo yi never ago enye hundo mereke me wo hundo re no ya duo ne le hundo la no kware toko aklebe ne na agbore me tagwenyo me yo mi boy jimele bachunya nungwa teshi view kakakam ngaho o me yo abuchi sakraka me chopa be adogo kotokoli donko kunuma kwa agbere no gbere to be yo ale acho o franta mani o fifini kuma bisin kra o kofito jamba ku choto akofito he kofi atra kable mana hamilo o me yo togbe ahugba to me gba vodo to tora hwebu me za pasa gidi krunyo kotokoshinyo koto kere ku mana hami me yo afana ngonu afagbo majezo pepe to mzole me dakpa vidi me yo poligbe meji eku meji wole meji di meji loso meji moli meji abla meji akra meji guda meji sa meji kameji trupe meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji poliche tula me yo kleva vide kon kwa tabade obo me tabade nyade mafu ene disia akra ma na halo gongo no yo tobe nyanya be le batora keke me do ago me yo akla kun tosi me do ago na mi o keke dagbe umbuga ke mi bubo no to mi anya gbe ano to me na anya egbe ano nu na mi awe le ngogbo me le mi enyi me no ngogbo na me kada amolo na me gblere mi atoji gongo dagbe okay, so we are starting from TikTok. Thank you very much for the delay. Somebody say Day Your Lane. Say yes, it's showing. Okay, thank you very much, Day Your Lane. Yeah, I'm very grateful. And then we have Luna Nicole, our sister. They say hello, Papa. I hope you and your family are well. It is good to join you again, very much. So thank you very much, Luna Nicole. We are also very happy to see you again. I am very happy to see you again. Thank you very much. We have Kwame Nine Ata saying good, and then that's all that we have on TikTok for now. And then let's go to Facebook and see. We don't have anything yet on African Magic Temple, and we don't have anything yet on Revolution Voodoo Education yet. So I think that's it. And of course, we don't have anybody joining us on Telegram. I call speaker cover. Telegram best speaker. So I think now that we don't have so many people here right away, I will let them be playing some videos, and then I will join you again very soon, so we can continue. Thank you all very much for joining the section. I'm very grateful to you all.
Me no fue la funeral. Oh me no, así. Pero me la funeral. Oh me la funeral. Oh adalevo. Pẹpẹlẹvo adalevo. Pẹpẹlẹvo adalevo agbábíayá. Pẹpẹlẹvo adalevo. Pẹpẹlẹvo adalevo. Pẹpẹlẹvo adalevo agbábíayá. Mekade omalelo, adala mekade omale nasilo yo. Mekade omalelo, mekade omale nasilo. Mekade omalelo, adala mekade omale nasilo yo. Mekade omalelo, mekade omalelo. Mekade omalelo, adala mekade omale nasilo yo. Mekade omalelo. Mekade omale nasilo. Mekade omalelo. Yeah. Mekade omale nasilo. Mekade omalelo.
Magic temple. Maybe at that time you don't know so much about spirituality, or you did not see other authentic spiritualists, and you came through African Magic Temple. And if we had given you water to drink, and that water that we have given you to drink has changed your life in one way or the other, or you came here and you needed a help in whichever way, and we were able to render you that help, please don't go anywhere and be denigrating our efforts and the things that we have done for you, thinking that we don't know anything. Because the truth about life is that one person cannot know everything. And also, there is not only one spiritualist in the whole world. There are so many. I who sit here and teaching you, I also learned from many, many people. But one thing I don't do, I don't go condemning other spiritualists whom I have learned from, who had at one time helped my life. I don't do that. If I don't like your teaching and I think that you are not powerful enough to teach me, I only walk away very peacefully, because at one time you probably was my hope. And Africa Magic Temple is not in competition with anybody. And here at our temple, we have never told anybody that we are the most powerful people, or our voodoos or the spirits that we work with are the most powerful. No, we have never said so. What we do is that when you come and you have any challenge in your life, the things we know, we use them to solve that challenge or to address that challenge that you are having. And if we realize that what we are having is not enough to solve your problems, what we do is that we seek advice from other senior people or people who might be able to help you. That's the way we live in Africa Magic Temple. I have not formed an organization that I needed membership. I had kept saying this thing for a very long time. So if at one time in your life you had seek help from Africa Magic Temple, and Africa Magic Temple was able to help you to elevate you from where you were to another level, please don't go denigrating, and also don't go saying bad things about us, and also don't go trying to convince other people that there are more powerful people in the world than Africa Magic Temple. We don't have a problem with that. We have never said we were the most powerful, And we have never said that our voodoos are the most powerful in the world. We only say that these are the voodoos that we work with. There are so many other voodoos in the world that other people work with, which I don't know. That's why when people ask me about certain voodoos that I don't know about, I simply say that I don't know about that voodoo and I don't know how to talk about it. It will be better the person who knows about that voodoo should talk about that voodoo. So that's what was always my demeanor when I come to speak about traditional African spirituality or Ewe voodoo. And I also made it known to many people that the normal and the more common voodoos that a lot of shrines have, I don't have them. My voodoos that I work with are voodoos that came with me, or voodoos that I got from a source that is not very popular with many people. But then for me, these are the voodoos that had been working with me, and I've been using it to save lives and help people. So anyone who wishes me evil, or anyone who thinks that my teachings were not good enough for them, it's fine. But don't go trying to destroy my name or destroy the work that I have done, while at the same time sneaking and using my work to project yourself. This I say to all those that had passed through this shrine at one time and had benefited from this shrine. Because anybody who wishes me death, then if death is a good thing, then the person should at all the time to be celebrating that death festival before I reach. So this is what I leave you people with. They'll be playing videos, and we say that the hand that feeds you, you don't bite it. If somebody has done a good thing for you at one time in your life, even if you are no more getting what you want because you have overgrown what he has taught you, please don't go destroying that person's name. Thank you, and thank you everybody.
Me no fue la funeral.
They can't find a plastic chair. Sorry. You can put the hand like this now. Just like this. Put the hand like this. Be calling a matter once the fingers are then the is here.
Yes? Breakfast, are you here?
She'll show it to you.
Breakfast, show you to me.
Show yourself to me.
Show yourself to me. Breakfast, are you here?
Baby, the phone won't let you.
Breakfast, show yourself to me.
Tell him to come with his force.
Breakfast, come with your force.
Are you really here, Abraxas?
Abraxas, are you really here? Show yourself to me. Come with your force. Come. Abraxas.
You repeat it 7 times. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas.
Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas.
I call you.
I call you.
Please come.
Please come.
I command you.
I command you.
Please come.
Please come. Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas,
Those of you who
Abraxas.
are just direct it towards tell them so that the vibration can be strong. Give me the you are Bokor, you are not supposed to be the one who are initiating, then you yourself you are calling that. Care about your initiative. When you fall down, can you hold bring the hand up a little bit, yeah. Just relax, just relax the car and call it.
Abraxas, come.
They can't find a plastic chair. So you can put the hand like this now. Just like this. Put the hand side. They call it abraxas. Once it's the fingers up, then it is here.
Abraxas, are you here?
She'll show it to you.
Abraxas, show you to me.
Show yourself to me.
Show yourself to me. Abraxas, are you here?
Baby, the power on the top.
Abraxas, show yourself to me.
Tell him to come with his force.
Abraxas, come with your force.
Are you really here, Abraxas?
Abraxas, are you really here? Show yourself to me. Come with your force. Come. Abraxas.
You repeat it 7 times. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas.
Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas.
I call you.
I call you.
Please come.
Please come.
I command you.
I command you.
Please come.
Please come. Abraxas, 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 Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas, Abraxas. Abraxas, Abraxas,
Those of you who are
Abraxas.
just direct it towards them so that it can, the vibration can be strong. Give me the. You are Bokor, you are not supposed to be the one who you are initiating, then you yourself you are falling down. Care about your initiative. When you fall down, can you hold the bring the hand up a little bit, yeah. In your comfort, yeah. Just relax, just relax in the car and call it to come.
Abraxas, come.
Okay, so okay, we have our sister Luna Nicole saying that, Papa, will you please tell us what you are pouring libations on that looks like a white book? Okay, Luna Nicole, this is my Abochi, that's the name it is called. It is my divination mirror. The mirror, it's the mirror that I use for divination. It's called Abochi, and I had been initiated into it. I'm not sure how many years ago, but I think it's over 20 years ago that I had been initiated into it. So I use it to do divination. It's called Abochi. Yeah, this is the face. This is the face, and I unwrap it and open it. Then the mirror appears, and then I look into the mirror when people want to see or want me to see something that they cannot use the normal human eyes to see or find out the truth. So the Abochi helps me to go. They help me to go into whatever place they wanted to find some information from, and then that's what it is called, Abochi, and sometimes it's also called Kofi. So that's the name for the mirror, the magic mirror. So thank you. And then we have Day Your Lane. Say, please, what is African magic all about, please? Day Your Lane, African Magic Temple is all about African traditional spirituality, and especially Ewe, Voodoo, and Afa. That's what we talk about and we teach here. Thank you very much. And then we have it's Luna Nico say Abuchi. It's not Abuchi, Abochi. ABOTSI or ABOCHI, not Abuchi, Abochi, Abo, ABO, Abochi. Magic mirror. Thank you, Papa. Yes, it's not Abuchi, but Abochi. Abochi, like a friend, as in Hausa, like a friend. And then we have Henry Fleet on African Magic Temple said that voodoo has good and evil spirits in it. Henry Fleet, I don't know how to answer that question for you. The reason why I say I don't know how to answer that question. What is voodoo in the first place, or what do you understand about voodoo? What do you have? What is your understanding about voodoo? I've been teaching for the past 7 years, and you had been on this program many times. You are asking me whether voodoo has a good and evil spirits in it. Does human beings have good and evil people among them? Is this world having good and evil things in it? Do human beings have good and evil in them? If you can answer this question, then you have answered the question you have asked me. Let's move from there. No, question the show about I mean TikTok question Baba. No flow, no for video. They should play some of the last 2 years the 31st night videos, the ones that we are having on our Facebook. They should play those ones.
Last 2 years 31st night video.
Me post the Facebook. Me post the 2018. Play to me
2018.
Play me for video me. Kwame. Hello, Kwame. Yeah, I said greetings, Togbe. Okay, greetings to you too, Kwame. How are you? Thank you very much. And then we have the Demetrius. It's a happy Sunday to you. And then Kwame went on to say, it's the intention of the person. Move, do you know? You can use knife to kill. You can use knife to harm people. You can still use that same knife to do good things, like to cut a bread, to cook food, and you can even use it to weed. You can use it to cut things that needed to be cut. So, Kwame, you are very, very right.
The day is over. I feel my new Tony. Me no kwe la funu dalo. Ome no, ome to, asui. Me ome la funu da. Ome la funu da. Ome no, ome to, asui. On va pas perdre les voix, dans les voix. On va pas perdre les voix, dans les voix. Me no kwe la funu dalo. Ome no, ome to, asui. Me ome la funu da. Ome la funu da. Ome no, ome to, asui. On va pas perdre les voix, dans les voix. On va pas perdre les voix, dans les voix. On va pas perdre les voix, dans les voix.
Of course, she can eat sugar, and she can, or he can eat sugar. She or he can eat sugar. But the person should make sure that they also follow your taboos for you. Or you are told not to eat pork, and then your partner prepares some food and remove the pork or the meat out of the soup and serve you with the soup without the meat. That is against your taboo. Of course, you are not going to see the meat, so probably you just eat it without knowing that it was cooked with pork or any other animal for that matter, whether goat or chicken or whatever. So even though your partner is not supposed to follow the taboos as yourself, but your partner must adhere to those taboos for you, so that you can follow it successfully. So that's what it is, Kwame. And then Kwame went on say you're not supposed to eat certain foods. Should your partner avoid eating those foods as well? No, she can eat those foods if she wants to eat them. But she should make sure that when she's cooking food for you, those things shouldn't be put in the food. We don't have anybody in YouTube. Is YouTube working? It's very surprising. Okay, no problem. Let's finish with the TikTok. So So Kwame, your partner does not necessarily need to adhere to the taboos by themselves, but they have to make sure they don't put those things into your food, like palm oil. They shouldn't go cooking palm oil and put it on your food, put it into your food so that you should eat, because it will be actually playing on your taboo, and it will affect you if they don't follow it to the brain for you. Thank you. And then we have our sister Luna Nicole say no videos are playing, Papa. I think that was when I said videos should play, but because TikTok doesn't see videos, but they can watch it on Facebook, right? So Luna Nicole, so when we play videos, I think usually TikTok, we cannot play videos on TikTok because our camera connection to the TikTok, we tried it one time, but it didn't work, right? What was the problem? Okay, it couldn't work very well. That's why we are not playing the videos on TikTok. But if you go onto Facebook and YouTube, you will see the videos when we are playing. So thank you very much for reminding us. And then we have Kwame again. Okay, thank you, Togwe. But say she ate pork few minutes before and she kissed me. Won't that affect me? It will surely affect you, because if she's kissing you, you are also eating part of that pork. Yes, it will affect you, because the pork will go into your mouth. If it remains in there, the vibration even will go into your mouth. Hey, Chivioro, the rain that is falling outside is not small. We can't come out of here now. And you?
Me no fue la funudalo. Ome no, ome to, así. Me la funula. Ome la funula. Ome no, ome to, así. On va pas perdre les voix, dans les voix. On va pas perdre les voix, dans les voix.
And you must have complete control over it until it is when, and then that you can control your life. That's it. I am the Lord of the universe. I am He whom the winds fear, at whose approach the fire forgets its power to burn. The raging wolves and the roaring lions are subjugated by my magnetic beams. I am Ashur al-Malkut, the most superior of all beings and the pride of the universe. All things are subjugated under my feet, and I am free. I bow down to him who is the I-O soul, whom no eyes have ever seen nor ear heard of. Powers of the kingdom, be beneath my left foot and within my right hand. Glory and eternity touch my shoulders and guide me in the path of victory. Mercy and justice be ye equilibrium and splendor of my life. Understanding and wisdom give unto me the crown. Spirit of Malkuth, conduct me between the two columns, whereon is supported the whole edifice of the temple. Angels of Neptah and Hod, strengthen me upon the cubical stone of Chesed. O Gedulahel, O Gedurahel, O Tifereth, O Binahel, be thou my love. Rout Chokmahel, be thou my light. Be that which thou art, and that thou willest to be, O Katriel. Ishim, assist me in the name of Shaddai. Cherubim, be my strength in the name of Adonai. Beni, Elohim, be ye my brethren in the name of the Son and by the individual of the Tabal. Elohim, fight for me in the name of the Tetragrammaton. Melachim, protect me in the name of Jod-Heh-Rohe. Seraphim, purify my life in the name of Eloah. Chatzmalim, enlighten me with the splendor of Elohim and Shekinah. Aralin, act ye, O famine, revolve and shine. Chav ha-kadosh, cry aloud, speak, grow and groan. Kadosh.
Ava mama legali drolo. Ava mama legali drolo. Awi now.
Okay, so we are on Revolution Voodoo Education Facebook, and we are with Johannes Mikael, our friend in Namibia, saying hello, Papa. Hello, Mikael. How are you? How is family? Thank you very much for joining the section. And then on TikTok, Luna Nicole said we recently celebrated Thanksgiving in the States, Papa. Many people are out of town visiting family. Yeah, okay, that is understood, and that could be the reason. Yeah, people have gone to the countryside and maybe they are with their family. They want to spend precious time with their family, so it's not for them to come and be sitting down listening to Africa Magic Temple stories. So thank you very much, my sister Luna Nicole. I'm very grateful. Yeah, thanks a lot. No, they close the door and then we'll put it at the back. We will put it at the back. You close the door. Christian Uber 5 saying hello. How are you? How are you too? We are fine. Thank you very much, Christian Uber. So today we will close early. Because if we don't have anybody coming, we should close by now it's 4:30, so by 5 o'clock we should be closing. Yeah, call tell other people, the technical team, that by 5 o'clock we'll close. Because we don't have questions to answer, we can't just sit here wasting energy and other things.
Me no kwe la funudalo. Ome. Ome no. Ome to. Asui. Me la funudalo. Ome.
Yeah, okay, Luna, Nicole, I was talking about Abochi, which is the magic mirror that I have for divination. And usually when I am praying or pouring libation, I call the spirits here. And because Abochi, even though it's a spirit on its own, but it works with all other spirits. It is working on behalf of all the other spirits that I am working with. So Abochi is like their messenger. So when I am praying and pouring libation on Abochi, I am calling all the other spirits to come and have a drink on Abochi, and that's what I was doing. Yeah. Okay, and Christian Uber 5 say, please, can you explain to me what you are doing? Okay, this is Africa Magic Temple, and also this is Revolution Voodoo Education. The name alone will tell you what we are doing. We are educating people on our traditional spirituality. That's what we do here, especially the Ewe Voodoo and the Ewe Afa. That we discuss these things as the main thing, and then sometimes we branch into other spiritual practices from different cultures. That's what we do here, and it's every week Sunday from 2:30 p.m. to about 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. depending on the traffic of people who are asking questions. We are live here. We play videos, and then at the point I myself will come in and sit down and receive questions from people all over the world who do not understand what African traditional spirituality is, or are confused by what African traditional spirituality, or maybe they had been told that African traditional spirituality is devilish and evil. So we try here to break it down and to make people understand that what our tradition is, or what our tradition is, and what our ancestors did was not evil. This is what we teach here, and we explain it to you. So if you have any question concerning any African traditional spirituality that you don't understand, you can always reach out to us and we will try to answer your question. Thank you. Okay. Oh no, Christian Numba said thanks. Okay, thank you too. And then our sister Luna, could you work with the Orisha Pantheon, Papa? No, I don't work with the Orisha Pantheon, because in the Ewe Afa we don't follow the Orisha Pantheon. That is the difference between Ewe Afa and Yoruba Ifa, is that the Ewes use their voodoos that to work with the Afa, whereas in the Yoruba tradition they use the Orishas. So this is the difference. So we don't work with the Yoruba Pantheon Orishas. We have our own. Ewes have their own voodoos that they've been doing long before they came across Ifa. Thank you. That's why we have this thing we call the Yewe. Yewe is the oldest cult of Ewe traditional spirituality, and it is still very relevant today. People are still getting initiated into it. I had always said that I have not been initiated into Yewe because I'm not yet ready. Whenever I am ready and I study more about it and know that that's what I want, then I will get initiated one day. Thank you very much, Luna Nicole. And then somebody say, prophesize. Go up there. Go up. I think it's Kwame. Kwame said, Togbe, was the colonization of African prophesied? I don't think so, because African doesn't have a religion whereby there will be any prophecy. You see, when you talk about prophecy, it's only in religion that people prophesize. African does not have a religion. We have we only have a spirituality, and our spirituality is not a group spirituality, and it is not like it's not like organized religion whereby everybody will worship some unknown energy or unknown person who sits above the cloud. So I don't think there was anything about prophecy in African traditional spirituality, but maybe individually, from culture to culture, something might have been told that people should be careful of the Westerners or the white man. That's why even in my Ewe language, the word for a white person is aye vu, aye vu, which aye means cunning, trickish, somebody who is not very straightforward. That is what the word aye. So when they call you aye to, means you are a person who is very trickish and cunning, and it's not straight and walk like a snake. You walk like a snake, or you move like a snake. That's what is called aye to. So when they call you aye vu, avu means dog in my Ewe language. So the word for the white person in our language is aye, which is a cunning, avu, which means dog, a cunning dog. And what does that a cunning dog mean? It's not an insult. It is the way the person behaves. It's like a dog that doesn't want to bite, pretend that they will not bite you. But if you are not careful and you leave yourself down, it will bite you. So that definitely, that alone tells you that in some culture, like Ewe culture, people were warned to be very careful with the Ayevu, or the foreigner, or the white foreigner, the European for that matter. People were, it is in our language already, you have to be careful. If there's an Ayevu here, if there's a dog that is, they told you that this dog is a cunning dog, indirectly they are advising you that when you want to deal with that dog, be very careful, otherwise it will bite you. So our people had that one in the bed, but to say there was a prophecy that there will be colonization, I don't think so. They will just tell you the nature of the people. If you want to deal with them, just be careful. And unfortunately, a lot of people at that time were overtaken by the white man giving gifts and creating an atmosphere of equalness, equality. Yes, like giving an atmosphere of equality as if they are the same like you. Telling you, oh, your God is the same like their God is the same like your God. That's why our ancestors gave them land to build their churches in order to worship their God. And then before we knew it, they took our land and everything away from us. And later made us to force us, not even made us, they forced us to worship their God by saying that theirs is the greatest than our own. So I don't think there was any prophecy, at least in my culture, Ewe culture. I've never heard about any prophecy. Maybe somewhere, but then it will depend on location to location, locality to locality, and community to community. But generally, I don't think, because Africa doesn't have a religion, there is no way, there is only one God that everybody as a black person is worshipping. You relate to the God that works for you in your community. Thank you. And then we have Timi Nyambe, then Ndate Lalito from Papa. The sound on YouTube is low. Stay blessed. Okay? Tell them the sound on YouTube is low. They should increase the sound. Or is it coming from here? No.
Yeah.
Ẹ̀mí náà gbé lásán lọ.
So thank you very much, Timmy. Ndate Lalito Farms there. We are very grateful. And then Kwame went on to say, where there's something that could have been done by preventing it, or was it predestined to happen? I don't know whether there's anything to prevent it from being done, or if it was predestined. But the truth may be that among every culture, among every people, and even in today's world, as we see, there were always traitors. There were always traitors in our cultures or in our communities. Today, as we sit here, a lot of people who are our own brothers and sisters are seriously and strongly against African traditional spirituality. And they view their ancestors and their tradition as evil, while at the same time celebrating the tradition of the European and the Arab. So there were always traitors within us. And you should also understand that most of the slavery that had taken place, or people who were sold into slavery, some of the people who were slave traders were black people, our own people. Inchore o spray feature. Eh? About our tradition. So you should also remember that at that time too, such people were there, and they had betrayed their people. I believe very strongly that communities who have warned their people about dealing with the white man, but there were people in those communities who probably wanted to benefit from the white man, and also probably they needed power and they wanted the white man to help them to take power for themselves, to become overlords of their people. So definitely, whether it was predestined or it was not predestined, that I cannot tell, because every culture is different, because the slaves were not bought from within one culture, they were bought from different cultures. So who is going to predestine it or say it and then it will be like that? Whatever it is, we don't know. I don't know. I cannot say much on that. But I knew that there were traitors among our people, and there are still traitors and people who betray the black man, who are still betraying the black man, wherever, whether in Africa or in the diaspora. If you come to look at Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, and even as recent as Tupac, Martin Luther King, all these people were betrayed by their own people, because someone feels that they were more powerful or they were too powerful, so that they want to be more than them, or to overcome them, or to surpass them. Use whichever English word you want to use, in order to be seen by their communities as the most important people. So they betray their brothers and sisters in order to surpass them. So such people are still here today. They are not gone. They give birth to them every time. That's why souls do not die. Only the body dies. Thank you very much, Kwame. And then Then okay, they say that I think this is it the second one. Okay, Luna Nico is there an Ave pantheon, Papa? Yes, there is. They have a pantheon of spirits in Ave. As I was saying, that we have what we call Yeve, which is the original version of our Ave spirituality. And inside the Yeve, they have so many gods or spirits or voodoos, like the thunder, the snake, the rainbow, the crocodile, the mami wata, the spirit of the hunter, and all those spirits are there. The pantheon of spirits are there. Yeah. So they have, but I am not into so much of the original Ave voodoo system, in the sense that I have learnt many other things before coming back into our traditional voodoo system. But coming back, the way my father taught me is what I am teaching you people. And there are so many things that people also use tricks and all these things to prove to people that they are powerful, and I have cut those things out of my spiritual practice. So this thing is totally different. So yes, there is a pantheon of Ave spirits, and I don't know which one is the highest or which one is not the highest. Yeah. So that's Luna Nicole, and then okay, we have why is the question going like this? So one will come and then switch with another one. Like the top, we haven't read the top. There's something about Fanti. Okay, in that Lalito Farms is still saying the sound is still low on YouTube. So please get the YouTube sound clear, please. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Ndate Lalito from Timinyambe. And then Kwame went on. That's interesting because Infanti Obroni also means the wicked ones, the root meaning. Obroni, yes. I heard so. I heard also from this. I think also in Swahili Muzungu also has some connotation to that. That surely is telling you that our people knew that these people were very cunning and trickish people. And then they were advising their people to, by the name alone, they were advising you. So, but if you choose to deal with them, sometimes because you want to cut corners or to use them against your people, that's why they were taking us. So, the Obroni, which is in Fanti, also wicked ones, the root meaning, yeah. But today, when they say you are Obroni, you think that they are saying a very good thing about you. When they call you Ayevu in our Ewe land, people feel very proud. They don't know that it's a kind of a word that is describing the person's character. It's an adjective. It's describing the person's character. But then over the years, the real meaning and the root meaning of the word got lost, and people pride themselves for being called. So that's why we have Tuntum Broni and all these things, you know. Anyway, it's life. We are now reversing and changing what had happened to our people, and those who want to change will change. Those who don't want to change, it's up to them. No, Luna Nicole is asking, thank you, Papa. Correct me if I am incorrect. But did you say Eve is older than Yoruba? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Yeve. There is a Eve cult called Yeve. That is the oldest cult of the Ewe people. So the Ewe is there, and it has nothing to do with Afa or Ifa. But it was the same Ewe people who went to the Yorubas to learn about Ifa, and they call it Afa. That's why somewhere in the incantation before reading, we say that Afa Nagonu. Afa Nagonu means Afa from the Anago people, and the Anago people are the Yorubas. The Yorubas are called in Ewe Anago people. So when you hear the name Afa Nagonu, that alone tells you that it was the Yorubas who taught Afa to our people. You know, a lot of people who are not very well, I will not say they are not educated, but who have not gone deeper into a lot of spirituality and to understand words, they still argue that no, Afa doesn't come from the Yoruba, it came from the Ewe. But you know, the Ifa is totally different from this. But they see it is stupidity in the sense that you are calling the Voodoo Afa Nagonu. What is the meaning of Anago? And if Afa doesn't come from the Anago people, which is the Yorubas, why do you call it Afa Nagonu? And some people using the word meji, as in Afa Oracle, try to change it to say Jime. What does Jime mean in Ewe? It does not mean anything. So people are just trying to dodge this thing. But Afa was gotten from the Anago people or the Yorubas. But before then, the Ewes have their own traditional spirituality, which is called Yeve, in which all the Vodus are. That's why somewhere in the incantation of Afa before reading, we say Anago Yeve. And then, which means that the Anago peoples, their spirituality, Anago Yeve. So if someone argues that Afa doesn't come from the Yorubas, then the person does not really know what they are talking about, because in the Afa incantations, it is called Afa Anagonu, means Afa from Anago people, which are the Yorubas. And then somewhere again they say Anago Yeve. Yeve is what I'm saying that had been there already long before the Ewes went to get Afa or Ifa and converted it into Afa, or adulterated the name from Ifa to Afa or Fa, or some people even went to call it Efa, whatever. So the Yeve is different from Ewe, but the Ewes, their root spiritual cult is the Yeve cult, which still exists today, and people still, and it deals with thunder, it deals with the snake, serpent spirit, it deals with the Mamiwata, it deals with all kinds of spirits in nature. That's the Yeve. So I'm not saying that the Ewes are older than the Yorubas. No, I never said so. I don't know who came first and who didn't come first. But I am just saying that the Ewes have got their own cult. So we don't use the Yoruba Orisha to do our Afa. We rather use the Vodus that came out of the Yeve shrine. Thank you very much, Luna Nicole, for that question. And then we have Gianfranco. Then we have Gianfranco Del Vecchi. Say ciao. Thank you. The Gianfranco Del Vecchi say ciao from Italy. Hello, hello. The Gianfranco Del Vecchi. Thank you very much. And then Luna Nicole at Gianfranco Del Vecchi. Okay. Then Wakanda Jam is a vest. Wakanda Jam, well vest. Thank you very much. Well versed, yeah, that is how is the word to use. They are not well versed in the language, so they make mistake by saying that this is not right, that is not right. So thank you very much, Wakanda Jam. I'm grateful for that. And then we have Luna Nicole say, okay, thank you for the clarification, Papa. You are welcome. Thank you very much. What's the time now? It's 5. Okay. So we'll take some few questions and then we close. Okay, so we are on YouTube now. We have Charles Michelle saying, Alafia Baba, I don't know you gotten my recent message of peace and blessings to you and your family. You've gotten my recent messages of peace and blessings to you and your family and others. Watching here, may all gain knowledge of what's being presented. Ashe. Thank you very much. Yes, Charles Michel. Yes, I have been getting every message that you sent to me on WhatsApp. I had been getting them. Thank you very much. And how have you been? I know Thanksgiving has passed already before we are here today, but I will say belated Thanksgiving to you and to all our American brothers and sisters. Thank you all. You know, we here, our Thanksgiving for Africa Magic Temple happens on the 31st. And we thank all the energies and the spirits that we work with, which is coming very soon. Today is 26th of November. So next month by this time we are very busy already preparing for the end of year rituals and Thanksgiving rituals. Thank you very much, Charles Michel. We will be praying for all of you for your welfare and your life. And then we have Timmy Nyambe saying, greetings, Papa, and AMT family watching you live from Zambia. Thank you very much, Timmy. How is family? How are the children? How is everybody? My regards to all your loved ones. I'm very grateful that you joined. And then we have Dodu Abi. Say, hello, Papa. I have a question. I'm not seeing the corner there. No, top. See where the thing goes into the this. So you have to position the questions inside so that they move to this way small so that I can see them well. Yes, good now. It's good. Okay, so Dodu Abi say, hello, Papa. I have a question. That is, the video played earlier on, had you read certain things? I think, yes, it is true. Not sure if it was you reading or reciting. Yes, it was I who was reading, but I heard you mention the name of Yahweh. Yes, yes, and then Elohim. Yes, I know. Yeah. So what about Yod-Heh Vah-Heh? What about it? And what is wrong about Elohim? You see, the truth is that Christianity is a European religion, and these energies had been existing long before Christianity was formed. And Christianity was not even formed during the time of Jesus Christ. Jesus died almost 600 years, I think so, before Christianity was even formed. So this name Yod-Heh Vah-Heh or Yahweh is a Hebrew name for God, and or one of the gods in Hebrew pantheon. And then Elohim also is also one of the gods or energies in the Hebrew pantheon. I deal with the Shem HaMephorash and the Semiphorash, which is the 72 holy names of God in the Kabbalah. So I know about these things. But then these energies don't belong to anybody. It belongs to the whole universe. So people can easily use this if you know how to use them. The abraxas that we are always using is actually coming from the Hebrew Kabbalah, where the consciousness or the Christ consciousness, I'm not talking about Jesus of Nazareth, but I'm talking about the universal Christ consciousness, which permeates all cultures. In Hinduism, you find him as Krishna. And in Judaism, you find it as Abraxas. And if you go into the other cultures, you find them in Ewe. We call the Tadreto, the one that has 7 heads, a Tadreto. That's how the Abraxas is called in Ewe. So every culture has a name for it in their own culture. So there is nothing wrong when you know, you know. But if you don't know, then you don't know. You just think that God is for a particular culture. That's why I also kept telling people that Vodou does not only belong to the Eves, in the sense that Vodou means spirit, and every culture has spirit. And if the Eves want to talk about those spirits, they will call them Vodou, whether it is a Jewish or it is Arabic or it is a Hindu, they will only call it voodoo. So they may call it India voodoo, or voodoo from Israel, voodoo from Mecca, or voodoo from China. That's how we call it, because voodoo means spirit. So a lot of people who do not understand this language base or are not well versed in language, as our friend has just corrected me on TikTok, that people who are not very versed in language and know the beauty of language to translate and be able to give a real meaning to language, they think that voodoo is something totally different from other people's spiritual practices. It is not. The Aves call spirit voodoo. The Arabs call it genie. The white man call it spirit. And then we have other cultures and around the world who have a name for spirit in their own culture, in their own language. And we have millions of languages in the world, and each culture has a name for a spirit. The Aves only call it voodoo. The reason why voodoo becomes so popular is because voodoo is very, very practical, and it is very active. By dealing with nature, you see changes immediately. And when the black man, especially when the Aves who were made into slave, or who were taken into slavery, when they went into the new land or into the wherever they were sent, they know the knowledge of nature, or they have the knowledge of nature. So they were able to practice and using, whether they were farmers or they are being anything, they use that very knowledge to be able to do things for themselves and for their loved ones. And then when the white man asked them what they were doing, they say, we are practicing voodoo. And then because of its practicality, the white man thinks that voodoo is devilish, because without using a gun, without using a knife, without using anything, only words and herbs, you can be attacked. So the white man saw that, no, if this thing is so potent and so powerful, then this must be the work of the devil. But they have forgotten that the way they were treating our ancestors and grandfathers, the way they were treating our ancestors and our grandfathers and grandmothers, sisters and brothers, uncles, and all this thing was not evil. They didn't know that that was more evil than what the voodoo practitioner was practicing. How can a person be brought out and let dogs tear the person down and it is not called evil? How can a person be tied to a tree and beaten, broke the whole back of the person with whips, and that is not called evil? And it is only when you use herbs and things in nature to find peace with yourself and with what is happening to you, that one is called evil. So the word you see in my New Year this thing is, for me, I use the Hebrew Kabbalah to invoke these energies that are also energies in the universe. They don't belong to the Jews, but then it was formalized by the Jews with their language, so I use it in their language. So that's why you see me talking about Yod He Vov He, which is the sound of God in the Hebrew, this thing. And then you see I spoke about the Ein O Sof, which is the sound of creation, or God. Just like how when you are practicing Hinduism, you come to the name Om, which is also said to be the name of God in Hinduism, Om. So I could use Om, I could use Yahweh, or use Elohim, Gibor, Tetragrammaton, and all these things, because I have learned about them. For me, they are all spirits. They are all energies in the universe that I can tap into at any time and make use of it for the benefit of humanity. And so, Dodo Abi also went. I also heard you mention the Tetragrammaton. Is that not Judaism? It is. It is the Judaism word for God. And if you see, let me show you something. Yeah. See, this is the Tetragrammaton, as in the form of a figure or a drawing. because God in some other cultures is just a mathematics, just as it is in Afa when you see the binary 1 2 1 2. That is what it is. But in Judaism, this is God. This is how this is what represent that. This figure is what represent the tetragrammaton or pentagrammaton, as you can you may choose to call it. And that's why the Americans have the Pentagon, because of this energy. It's built on that understanding that it is a very powerful force. So I use the tetragrammaton in my teachings, and I use it in my work as well. So I don't look at tetragrammaton or looking at the word Yahweh or the word Elohim or whatever I use there. There are so many Jewish Kabbalistic words that I use during my invocations. Yeah, so because I study these things, that's why I can use them. That's why I say that my teachings here, even though I am teaching Ewe Voodoo, and I understand Voodoo means spirit, and I associate and connect with all spirits anywhere in the universe, I don't have a problem with that. So, because spirituality is not a religion, and it is not limited to any particular people. Yes, maybe a Voodoo as we practice, and the spirits that Voodoo is talking about came to be realized by the Ewe people. So in that sense, the Ewe people were taught by the spirit how to pray to it and how to work with it. And they have to use their Ewe language to understand how to work with it. And when they are invoking the spirits, they use the Ewe language to invoke them so that they can work with them. The Jews, or in Judaism, of course, the Hebrew and the Semitic language that was used to represent whatever God or spirit world has shown them is what they have written down, and it is in their language, so they are using it. But if you are able to go across cultures, you will know that other cultures have the same thing but with a different name, and then you as a wise person who is seeking the truth will see oneness in all of them. And that's what I teach here at my African Magic Temple. That's why people who are trying to compete with us and try to make as if what we are teaching here is not very powerful, we know a lot. Our spirituality go across cultures. Yes, I had been a Hindu before, so I know about Tantra, because I was a Tantra priest at one time, or Tantric priest at one time. And then I have things in Tantra, if I want to use, I will use. So my spirituality is across cultures, but then I see the oneness in all of them. That's why I don't condemn anything. It's only I condemn lies. I condemn lies and deceit is what I don't like. So that is what it is. So what is the relationship between that and African spirituality? There is nothing called African spirituality. It is spirituality. But when we are using the names of African traditional names in our spirituality and the way our people connect with those energies, we call it African spirituality. But in general, spirituality is just a universal energy. And it is a universal way of life, and it is not a religion, so it cannot be limited to any group of people or any specific geographical location. Spirit is universal, so you can use it if you know, but if you don't know, then you cannot use it. So there is no like if you say what is a relationship, I don't know whether there is a relationship, but I know spirit is one, and I have learned them all, and I'm using them even in my Ewe spirituality. That's why if you see when I do pouring of libation, I mention all these names, Shemeham Forage, Semi Forage, and then I mention the Abraxas, and I also call the Abraxas name in Ewe. I say those things, and then even Jokpata in my room that we are calling Jokpata in our shrine, which is one of the patron deities of my shrine. We call it in Ewe Jokpata, and we kill animal and everything for it. But then in Judaism, it's called Akenje Kamiel, and we are working with it. So you see, knowledge is power. Don't always think that your mother's soup is the most tastiest soup. Go and taste another person's soup and see whether it is tasty or not. So that's it. And then Dodu went, because in African spirituality, I don't think Yahweh and Elohim are present. What do you mean that they are not present? Because the people don't know about them. Spirit is spirit. Spirit is spirit. So spirit means voodoo. So whether you call them Yahweh or you call them any other name, if it is the same energy, it is the same energy. Can be in other cultures with different name. So this is what African Magic Temple is different for. We are not practicing religion here. We are practicing spirituality. And because I have traveled wide and far, I have learned more, and I added to boost our African traditional spirituality. But even if they are, our ancestors might have had different names for them, or perhaps these are tenets added to your spiritual practice. Our ancestors have names for spirits that they encounter, and everybody in their spiritual practice, whether Africans, Indians, Jews, Chinese, Arabs, the Europeans, you can only have a name for a spirit that you had contact with. And if that spirit has dealt with you, or you had worked with that spirit together as a partner, then you know what name it is. In your culture, it may have a different name. If we talk about the name Shango today, I think Shango is a god of thunder, is it not? The Yorubas call it Shango. The Aves call it Eso or Hebiaso. The Akans call it Aprada or Agrada. If you go to the Dagombes, they will give you a name for it. If you go to the Mamprusi, they also have a name for it. If you go to the Fanti, maybe because they have a Akan base, they may still call it Aprada or Agrada. Go to Kenya and ask people that the thunder, what is thunder called in their language. They will tell you in Swahili, they will tell you in Hosa and all these things. So you must understand that God or nature is what God is, and God is nature. There is no human beings hiding behind the sky and waiting for you. What you need to know is to know the name of the energies that you work with and know how to work with them. And if they bring success to you in your work, you are fine. That's all that you need. It is not to prove to people that you know better than others, but it is to prove to people that when you work for them, the work will come through successfully. So when Dodu Abi also said that but one might wrongly interpret everything as you calling on to Yahweh. I mean, it is up to people to interpret. How much do they know about this thing? I mentioned Maui in my teachings, so it's not something that I don't mention Mau. When you listen to me, I think this is your first day on my program. When you listen to my teachings, I go back into my teachings and see whether Mau has not been mentioned. And Mau is also not one. We have Mau Sobolisa, Mauga Kitikata, Mauga Ese. And then we have other Maus. So if me calling on Jodhe Vahe, see, even the way it's spelled YHWH, it's not the correct way. But that's what people know. That's why when I do it here during the invocation, I pronounce the correct vibration name, which it is said that when you are calling the name of God, don't just call it in vain. So I vibrate the correct name at that time. So this Yahweh, Jehovah, and all these things are just pseudo names that are not. It's not a real name, because if the name has a every name has a vibration, and that vibration is what makes it to work. And if you know how to vibrate a name, the name works. So calling it Mau, yeah, it's Mau, but I pray call Mauga Sobolisa, Mauga Kitikata, Mauga Se. Then I call all other things, and I also call Abraxas, I call Tadreto, I call Shemeham Forash and Semi Forash, in which all in the order that it has been put down in the books of the Jewish tradition. I'm not against any spirituality. And then when I go into Arabic and I talk about Kolohum al Samad, Kolohum al Kubaru, and all this thing, you say I'm talking about Islam. Kolohum Allahu. If I want to talk about that now, then it is another thing. You say, why are you not calling it Mau? So, Dodu Abi, go back into my teachings and you will learn more. Okay. We are going to close soon. Please, I think the questions, once I answer this once, I am going to close. So we have somebody with the name Authority Rest Not. Say, I'm always late on your live. At least you are here. Thank you. And the Wakanda Jamsitowi, can you please explain how many spirits each individual is born with? I cannot know because we are, as you yourself, you mentioned it, individual. We are all individuals. Each one may have their own spirits. And I don't know everybody, so how can I know how many spirits each individual is born with? To each and every individual, their destiny. Your destiny is different from my destiny, and my destiny is different from another person's destiny. How can I know how many spirits are born in somebody else's destiny? I cannot. Then Wakanda Jam went on, and what is the most important spirit of a person? Is it the star or destiny? What is a star? And what is destiny? Wakanda Jam. If you can give me an answer to that, then I can tell you what is a star and what is a destiny. Then Wakanda Jam went to say yes. And then we have cities. They have Haitians or Louisiana Voodoo Sea being able to trace their spiritual lineage back to Benin or Togo. I don't know. Because if the Haitians and people from Louisiana who are calling Voodoo Sea is simply a lady who deals with voodoo. Or maybe sometime they can also call a man Voodoo Sea. Voodoo is the name, and Asi means a partner or a spouse. So the word Voodoo Sea simply means a partner or a spouse of voodoo. That's what it means. So whether the Haitians have traced the route to Louisiana or to Benin or Togo, is I don't know. And the Eves are not only in Benin and Togo. The Eves are in Ghana. I am a Ghanaian. I am an Eve. And I'm not in Togo. I'm not a Togolese. I'm in Ghana now. I was born in Ghana. Even one time, during the European World War that they call the World War, the European World War or the European War against other people, against people who were not Europeans, or even Europeans fighting with Europeans or fighting with other people. They divided the Togo into two, and part of it is what is Volta region today. So, yeah, if we may go back to that way, then it is back how long ago? In the 1900s or 90, yeah. So I don't know, but whether the Haitians are tracing their route back to Benin or Togo. The Eves are not only in Benin, and they are not only in Togo. Some Eves are even in part of Nigeria, and Eves are also in part of Ghana. So I don't know whether the Haitians or Louisianans are tracing their route. Okay, so we go on to say God's way follow the host, and then we're going on to Kwame say Togbe. The question of the origin of humanity have many different answers within the Eve. As I sit here today, I cannot tell you if I know the origin of humanity. I don't know. Every culture will tell you that we came from here. Even there are some cultures within the Anglo people who will tell you that they came from the sky, that there was a chain that was dropped down from the sky to the earth, and their ancestors descended from the sky onto the earth. And even that chain, according to some people, is still kept in their traditional spiritual home for generations yet unborn to come and have a look at it. That is their understanding of how they came into the world. Unfortunately, the area that I came from, which is Hohoi and Kpandu, the Hohoi people only told about how their people migrated from the Togo or from Ngoche, where was one of the time, or at one time was the home of the Avis, Ngoche, where how they migrated from Ngoche to our present location, and how they were able to take the land that we live on today. Apart from that, there is no history of how humanity came into existence in my culture. And I don't think my people have time to be asking how did humanity come about. They are more interested in how to solve their current situation that they are in, the problem that they are in, than to be thinking of where humanity came from. At least they know that their ancestors have migrated from one place to this current position. So that is enough. Yeah. People who want to tell us how humanity came about, as if they were there when humanity is being created, they are the ones who have books and stories. We don't have. Thank you very much, Kwame, for that question. The Aves, I don't know. If you go to Angola, they have their story. You go to Vedome, they have their story. If you go to Benin, they have their own story. You go to Badagry, they will have their own story. And I believe that's what it is. But it's not that very important how humanity came into the world. It is only important in the sense that when people want to have supremacy, to say that we are higher than you, we are better than you, that is when people start to tell you who came first before another person. Yes. And then we have a cultural cosmology. What is the origin of humanity? I don't know. I don't know, Kwame. Kwame is the one. A cultural, what is the origin of humanity? How did the Obroni came to be? I don't know. If you want to go into science, then maybe in science they say human beings originated from Africa, and people who wandered into the cold became lighter skin because of lack of melanin. And then, of course, even today, in our today, black women give birth to albinos, and these albinos are not dark skin like the black man himself, but they are black people. And then maybe if in the past, millions of years ago, some albino was born and people decided not to keep him among them, and he grew up and traveled into another land and became a white man, how will he know? How would we know? I don't know about the origin of human being. Kwame, you see, one thing I like to teach about is what is happening to us now and how we can confront it and overcome it and give us a peace so that we can live in this place peacefully, or if not total peace, at least comfortably, until we leave this face of the earth. So whether white man was brought by some god or they also originated on their own from somewhere, I don't know. But I somehow believe in the evolution of the world. Thank you very much. Then we have Wakanda Jam said they are universal gods. Yes, of course. Every spirit is a universal spirit. Then Diamond said, must everybody have Afa? I don't know whether everybody must have Afa. I am not sure when I don't know. But if Afa interests you, yes, why not? But everybody must know the purpose of their advent and the reason why they are on this planet. And if it is through Afa that you need to know that, then you must. If it is through other spiritual practice that can reveal to you what you are and who you are, and what you are supposed to be doing here. If there are other spiritual traditions and disciplines that can teach you, then why not? So whether if everybody must have Afa or not, I don't know. And I've never stressed that everybody must have Afa. No. But if you want to know your destiny and know in this part of our Ewe land and in this part of West Africa where I come from, I think Afa and destiny are the necessary things if you want to know your destiny and know the reason why you are here. Then we have Wakanda Jam. Say the star is, according to my understanding, is the person's own spirit itself, or angel, or luck. Okay, that's the star. So what is the person's destiny? Wakanda Jam. And what is the person's destiny? If you are saying that the star of the person is the person's own spirit itself, or angel, or luck, so what is the person's destiny? Move it up. And Wakanda Jam say, so please explain if I'm wrong. No, I am asking a question to you. So if the your understanding is that the person's own spirit is the person's star, so what is the person's destiny? Or what is the destiny? But then we also have another helper spirit called the genie, or jinn, apart from the star. Jinn is just a name of spirit or voodoo in Arabic. So don't use these things and confuse people. We are using different words from different places to confuse people. Jinn means what? Spirit in Arabic. So why do you try to confuse people? Wakanda Jam. As I said that the word voodoo in Ewe means spirit. The same word voodoo, or the same word spirit in Akan is called Sun Sum or Hum Hum. And even in Ewe, where I come from, they don't even call it voodoo, we call it Bokor. So when you are using the Arabic word jinn, as if it is something different from voodoo or it's something different from spirit, why do you use words like this to confuse people? Then we have Wakanda. Destiny is what's supposed to happen for person before they leave this planet. No, it is not true. Destiny is what is your inner divine spirit that came into this world to have a physical body through your mother and your father. That's what your destiny is. So it is not what you have to have when you come into this planet. It is what brought you into this planet. It is not something you are going to get from this planet before going. It is what brought you here, and it is what is going to take you away. That's why we, the Eves, we call it a se. That's why if you have heard the name in Ewe words, Esenyo, Senam, Seli, Seto, Sena, Sedinam, Sebuabe, Sechuafia. This is the name of the God of destiny, the God of mankind in Ewe language. The God that created mankind in the Ewe cosmology. And that is your star, that is your destiny, that is your soul, that is your Atma, or that is your Kra, as it is called in Akan. That's destiny. Of course, destiny is God. If you are talking about religion and Christianity and Islam, then you may have a God above the sky. But in our Ewe traditional spirituality, your destiny is the God of creation, the one that created human beings. That is how we call it. But Wakanda is asking, so, but then why do we call it destiny? Because when you don't learn more, you would think that it's only called destiny. It is called in Ewe, Mawu Ese. Mauga Ese. That's how it's called in Ewe. So the white man call it destiny. We, the Aves, we call it Mauga Ese. Ese Joto, Ame Joto. That's how Aves call it. We recognize it as God. If the white man has a destiny and doesn't recognize it as God, that is that. But we are not white people and we are not Europeans. And for that matter, destiny is called Mauga, means big God. Mauga or supreme God, Ese, destiny. That's the closest translation to Mau Ese. So the Aves recognize it as God. If other people did not recognize it as God, I'm not talking about other people's culture. I'm talking about Ave culture here and Ave spirituality here. And Wakanda Jam went on, he said, well, destiny is not a suiting name for it. Wakanda Jam, it should be called your inner self. People call it your inner self. Or some people even went on to call it your divine self. So it does not matter. We have our own language. We have our own word for it. So if we are trying to translate it by using other people's word, we can use any other word. But when it comes into our language, which I am not speaking here, we have a name for it. Of course, if a destiny is your personal God, is the one that brought you here, according to every cosmology, and is the one that is going to take you away. So if you are going to know anything, because when you came into this world, how do you know whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu or an atheist or a traditionalist? If you are a traditionalist from the time you were born, that means your parents were traditionalists. If you become a Muslim from the time you were born, that probably means because your parents or the people who raised you up were Muslims. And if you are Christian, when you were born and you grew up to know that you are Christian, then it is because the people you were with or who brought you into this world or who were caring for you were Christians. But why is this that you came through Christians and you did not go through Muslim? And why did you come into this world that you did not go through Hindus or went through the Arabs, or you did not go through the Jews? For the Ave, the simple answer is your destiny directed you to go to where it wants you to go through to learn. Okay, so everybody came into this world with their inner self, their divine self. Call it destiny, call it Ori, call it whatever it is, because we have all kind of languages, and each culture and every culture has a word for destiny in their language. In the Ave language, it's called Ese. That's why people have names Sena, Seto, Sedinam, Sebuabe, Eseli, Sehuenam, Sechuafia, Setonyu, all kind of names for God or Se. That's why in my teachings I had always said that Ese or Mauga Ese is the most celebrated God among the Aves. That's why we all give the names of Ese to our children. You will hear some people say Eseli means there is God or there is destiny. So we have all this name about around Ese. The Aves would never call somebody Kitty Kata. It's a very rare name. If you hear it from somewhere, even when the person mentioned that name, people will look again to see who is mentioning that name. And then you will not even hear anybody calling themselves Sobolisa. And even these gods are not gods that people will make in their house. That, oh, this is Mao Sobolisa. It's only few people that I have heard that they said they were giving Sobolisa, which is a scam. But Ese, You hear people calling their children essay, and people even set up essay as a God that to guide them and help them. The inner self, trying to represent that inner self so that they can have a way to connect with it regularly. So, Mau Ese is your personal God that brought you inside this world, and is the one that is your star, is the one that is your destiny, is the one that is guiding your every foot. That's why when you are a human being born into this world, according to the Avis, you must find out what is inside your essay, what is the blueprint of your destiny, so that you can know how to work on it and get good results while you are here. Get a roadmap so that you don't get missing when you are going to wherever you are going in life. Life is a journey. Everybody always says it. But if you are on a journey and you don't know where you are going, you can get lost. So that's it. Then Wakanda Jam went on to say, so now I understand why my family has been fighting me. Why should your family fight you? Then we have Vasco following the host, and then Wakanda Jam went, and my family has been fighting me, and everywhere I go, I'm told my family is fighting me because of star. Okay, whatever, or because of your star. Okay, maybe. I don't know your family, so I cannot say. Thank you. And then I think that's the last question. Okay, we go on to YouTube, and then there's no question there, or either. And then there's no, we have on Africa Magic Temple, we have Sila Ameji, my daughter-in-law there, saying, good evening, Papa. Hope you are doing fine, please. Yes, Sila, we are. How is our princess Afanyo? And how is your mother? My regards to all of them, and I wish them, I wish you and all of you a successful week. May the ancestors continue to bless you all. Tissue paper, you. Okay, somebody is at the bottom. Okay, Sila Ameji, my in-law there, daughter-in-law there, is asking, what, Papa, please, what is the right time to check your essay? Any time is the right time. There's no special time to check your essay. However, what you would do is that if you do a reading or spiritual consultation, and in that consultation, your destiny or your essay or your inner self or your divine self or your atma or your soul prompted you that you should do something about it quickly, then it is the time you have to quickly address that problem. However, any time is the right time to check your essay. And in essay, according to the Aves, it's two. There is the positive essay, and then there is a negative essay. Just like this, my hand, this side is a brighter color, and this part is darker color. So essay is, there is the negative essay, which we call essevon or bechivon. But another name for essay is bechi. Another name for essay is also acclama. So we have the good acclama, acclama nui, acclama von, and we have bechivon and bechi. And then we have a sevon and essay. According to the AV or the AV cosmology, the essevon is the negative aspect of your destiny, where things that are supposed to be going on well for you are not due to your negative destiny, which is preventing you. So what do they usually do, or what the people who know how to do or handle essay will first try to remove or align the negative essay with the positive, so that they can all vibrate well, so that the negative things in your life will not overshadow the positive things in your life. This is the beginning of Ese. And then later, Ese should be set up for the person. And I think if Fanyo, when Fanyo gets to 1 year old, we need to do the A7 ritual for her so that there will be no negativity that to disturb her in her life. Even though there will be some negative things that will come, but she will be able to overcome them. I did it for all the uncles and aunties, all. I did a set for them, and those who want the set to be set up, I set it up for them. But a set is, when a set is set up, it is not something that you can throw away, because if you throw it away, you are throwing your positive destiny away. So maybe in a few months' time, we should be thinking of doing the A7 ceremony for her. So tell your mother, and also tell the father, and if it is okay with you all, we plan, and then we will do it for her. Thank you very much, Sila, for that question. I'm very grateful. I think TikTok, let's see something on TikTok. I think it's, do we have? Yes, Diamond is saying, please, does it mean to know my destiny and purpose for being here, I should have Afa? Yes, I can advise you so if you want to. That is what, because you cannot know your destiny. You cannot have a blueprint of your destiny and purpose on this earth unless you do Afa, because that is the method that is used in this part of the world, in our world. If you want to know your destiny or you want to know your Ori, you need to be initiated into Ifa or Afa. And then Vasco is, how can I meet you? Vasco, if you want to see me, there is our phone number is in our profile. You can call and book an appointment. Thank you. And then Wakanda Jam say, I need my essay made. My star is fire. So can my essay color be red? They all have to be white. Yes, essay is always white. I've never met anybody's essay which is red. Not yet. Because who told you your star is fire? But that's what you think. But maybe you are talking about astrology. The Eve is not talking about astrology. When it comes to essay, it is not astrology. We are talking about the God essay, Mauga essay, Ame Joto. Joto. That's what we are talking about. The one that is you. That's the real you. How can it be a fire? Anyway, that's what you were told. Yes. Okay. Okay, thank you all very much for having the patience and being with us until now. We are going to end the section by me pouring libation for the energies and the ancestors. And for you, so that this week will be a successful week for you. You tagwe maduago zieto. Mayo mauga sobolisa. Mayo mauga kitikata. Mayo mauga ese joto ame joto. Ese na anu amelo, sete na anu ame. Omanofevi, dokunofevi. Omanofevi mebiana nu dokunofevi ogbena. Dokunofevi mebiana nu omanofevi ogba. Sekpo polikpo. Ese datafia. Ese glan ame glan. Ese nyu ame nyu. Se Georgie. Me Georgie. Me yora kekeke. Mpo harai. Dagbe. Na me se senkla gbedidi me biana mi opkeke. Yanto bala menese. Me yopete no to me kwa mi egbe bia question opete bala menese. Amonovu, agbebe monovu. This week that we are entering, may people's dream come true. May you open their minds and their hearts to understand spiritual wisdom. Take them from deceit and bring them to the truth. I pray this for all of us. May the ancestors and the God of creation continue to support you and guide you. Okay, so thank you all, and I will see you again same time next week. May the ancestors continue to bless you and bless you very well. Bye-bye for now. I mean, cut is next week,